Hello everybody, so I'm back. So part 2 of the first video, I hope you're ready to go over some answers. I put my hair up, I'm in serious mode now, and let's go over the answers to the 3 questions that I was talking about before. So hopefully you had a chance to think about it and hopefully you all kind of have an idea. So the first question was, hepatitis B represents what type of immunity? Is it A, is it acquired active? Is it B, acquired passive? Is it C, natural active? Or is it D, natural passive? So what do you guys think? I'll give you guys a second. So the answer is A, so acquired active. Again, this is in your microbiology section of your Darby. You might have a microbiology textbook, but I do go over all of this in the full board exam prep course because I know it's a lot you have to know. And some of you probably thought, okay, I recognize that question. I know we talked about it, but you might not have known the answers necessarily, or you might have had to review a little bit the acquired passive and all those different types of immunity, because there are a couple different types that you do have to know for the board exam. So again, the answer was A, acquired active. So hepatitis B represents what type of immunity? The answer is A, acquired, what did I say? Acquired active. And what was the other question I did? So the other question was, the first cells that travel to the site of injury are, is it A, B, lymphocytes? Is it B, T lymphocytes? Is it C, polymorphonuclear neutrophils? I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. I think it's just because it's a long word. Or is it D, thrombocytes? So what do you guys think? What did you guys think about that one? Again, if you haven't looked at your microbiology section for a while, this will be hard for you to answer, but now at least I'm hoping that if you aren't getting these questions correct, you know to look in that microbiology section of your textbook, because once you look through it, study it, and review it, then you will know these questions, which is the name of the game, is to know and understand as many questions as possible, because you never know what's going to be on the board exam. Unfortunately, if you did know, then that would be simpler, but as you all know, the board exam could have anything on it. So what do you guys think about that one? So the answer to that is C, the one that's hard to say, the polymorphonuclear neutrophil. So I'll read the question again. The first cells that travel to the site of injury are the polymorphonuclear neutrophils. So that's the correct answer there, and that's because those are the first cells that travel to the site of injury. So if you cut your arm, you know, your body is trying to defend itself, and by doing it, it needs to send cells to that part of the body to start to develop a scar, so scar tissue to help to heal that wound. So those are always the first cells. Sorry, I left some notes here. And the thrombocytes is not correct because that's more involved in blood clotting. So it does happen when you're fighting off injury, but it's not one of the first cells that are on site. So that's why that one's correct. And I had one more. Let me just flip through my notes again here. So the last question was, RNA and DNA are found in which cell organelle? Is it A, the mitochondria? Is it B, the endoplasmic reticulum? Is it C, the nucleus? Or D, the ribosomes? So what do you guys think about that one? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? So I'll read that one more time. So the RNA and DNA are found in which cell organelle? And the answer is C, the nucleus. So that is where you will find the RNA and DNA. I'm trying to see my notes here to see if I can explain that in any other way. I think that's pretty self-explanatory because unfortunately the only way that you would know that is if you know all the different cell organelles, and that's probably from your first semester stuff or your second semester stuff. It's kind of boring, I know, but it's something you do need to know. So know your main cell organelles for the board exam. They do love to ask about the nucleus, so know that for sure. They like to ask about the mitochondria as well. Those are the two big ones. but I do suggest you know it all, because just because they asked something on the previous board exam, it doesn't mean that they're not going to ask it on the next one, or they might ask it on the next one. It's really hard to say. So it's always a good idea to just know as much as you can. And then from there, just, do the best you can, and then you will likely pass. If the more you know, the better it is for you. So I hope that those 3 questions helped. As I said in my previous video, if you want some more questions, just have a look on my YouTube channel. I have lots there, on my website at dentalelle.com. dentalelle.com. There's lots of questions there too. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I do hope that helped, and I will talk to you all soon.